What happens when a hotel in a market town becomes a hostel for migrants? In Altrincham near Manchester, residents have just discovered that hotel bookings, meetings and even wedding receptions have been cancelled. And without warning to locals, 300 male asylum seekers have started to move in. So they've called a meeting in a nearby church with the local community police officer.
Today, I can assure you we've had asylum seekers in Trafford for several years, and there has been no spike in crime, there has been no increase in crime that's attributed to these asylum seekers.
The people here are worried that whereas in the other Trafford hotel the asylum seekers are families, these are single men.
We don't know anything about them. We may have fingerprinted them, but if they don't have any papers, they don't have any passports, we have no idea what they are capable of doing.
300 guys from a country which we know did not value women.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's the hard... No, I'm sorry. Is there going to be a curfew? Or are they just at 7 o'clock at night, just going to be able to wander around? Is my daughter going to be safe when she goes into Altrincham and has a few drinks? No, is the answer.
We can't lock people up who haven't committed any crimes. We cannot impose on them and restrict their movement if they haven't committed any crimes. That was it. Let's face it, we live in a very tolerant and open society, and we have to continue that.
I just find it frankly unbelievable. There's a lollipop man on the doorstep because that's how close the primary is. There are 2 all-girls schools within 10-minute walk. They have to go past an at-risk area. Have they broken into the country illegally and claimed asylum?
Again, that's a question for the Home Office about how they've got here and what process is it on their asylum claim.
Are they really seriously on another planet?
There were concerns too about adding pressures on local GP services.
And they come in the country and get what I want, to see a doctor. Yes.
But refugees are welcome in Altrincham, according to banners outside the church. Protesters here feel some of the messaging about migrants is racist.
A lot of the posts on social media have been racist. I think when you're saying that refugee and asylum-seeking men should be vetted to make sure that they're not paedophiles, I think that's racist.
You saw outside the comments made on those placards. It was shocking.
Gwyneth and Roger Roper had a Ukrainian family in their home for 14 months and say they welcome documented asylum seekers.
I would be really cross if somebody was thinking that I was racist because I'm sat in a meeting wanting questions on something that has been totally blacked out from us.
Unaware of any local uproar, the men we met at the hotel felt welcomed, having reached sanctuary at the end of treacherous journeys still fresh in the memory.
Eventually we arrived at a beach, and the smuggler ordered me to board a boat. When I told him I was afraid of the sea, he slapped me several times. Then he reached for his gun and said, "You are in a safe country now. Get on the boat."
Fahad from Kuwait described panic on his boat with half of the 70 passengers wanting to turn back. Both men said Altrincham locals had been welcoming and respectful. Then, in contradiction, "Get back on the boats," someone shouts from a passing car. Labour said it would end the use of hotels for migrants, but blames this move on a backlog from the Rwanda policy, which halted many asylum claims. The thousands crossing the channel on small boats has caused heated national debate, but that sharpens when it becomes a local issue. Jason Farrell, Sky News.